Scorpio, it is time for that infamous Scorpio reading. Once again, we've arrived. Scorpio, hello. I appreciate y'all being here. Tonight, this is going to be messages from your higher self, as we always do around here. And Scorpio, if you can put your imagination caps on, pretend like you're sitting right across this table from me, and hold the other end of the deck how I'm holding it, and let us bow. Spirits, this reading is for Scorpio, for every single one of them out there on planet Earth. I'm calling on all of our intuitions, all of our higher selves in the universe to be with us through this reading, please, and thank you. Yes, thank you. Make sure that mic is on. We're good. Spirit, again, this is messages from Scorpio's higher self. This reading is all about Scorpio. What do they need to hear right now? What needs to be shed? What needs to be brought to light? What needs awareness? Any messages that needs to come forth right now? We're going to take a snapshot of your life right now, Scorpio. We're going to paint the landscape. Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. Hi again, Scorpio. Welcome to y'all's reading. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all's love and support. I really do. Spirit, on my end, I'm going to ask if you can remove any anxieties, any fears that may arise during this reading for whatever reason. Thin the veil just a little bit more this time. Allow me to see through to the other side just a little bit more clearly. Allow me to sink into my natural God-given talents, my intuition. And lastly, Spirit, if you can remove any anxieties, any fears, if you can remove any logic, any reasoning from my brain, because that's not what any of this is for me. Cards for Scorpio. Well, there's your foundation. Some more cards for Scorpio, please, spirits. One, two, three, four. 2, 3, 4. Right, Spirit, at least a couple more maybe for Scorpio here. Six, 7, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to narrow that down a little bit. Scorpio, what I'm doing here is this is actually the original way that I started picking cards for readings. I still use it till this day, but I get this like magnetic pull with my index finger on the cards that are meant for a reading. So that's what we're doing here. I think one more. Okay. Thank y'all for being patient, Scorpio. One last thing before we dive in, both me and you, to ground the both of us, let us take 3 deep breaths. It's always a great excuse to take 3 deep breaths. Let us begin. Okay, yeah, this is like relationships of some kind. This might become a little more focused or a little more narrowed down as we uncover more cards in your spread here. But we're going to say, as of right now, relationships of some kind in your life that you're having a hard time with, you're having a hard time navigating. For some of y'all, like there's something you're not seeing. And if you're seeing it, you're not taking action on it. I'm getting for some of y'all as well, like there's something that's, I don't know, there's something that's being like swept under the rug. And it's getting to the point where you swept it under the rug so many times. And when you keep doing that and you keep like avoiding it, you keep putting it off, one day it's going to explode. Like the tower. Yes, the spooky, infamous tower showing up for you. Let me show you all your foundation. 2 of Swords, Tower, 5 of Wands. This could be a relationship that you're in right now that you haven't left but need to leave. But there's some sort of reality that you're not seeing right now, Scorpio, or you're not, because there's so much inaction with that 2 of Swords. She's just sitting there. She has those 2 swords over her. She has that blindfold on. It's almost like she's trying to ignore all the like flames around her, all the chaos around her. It's almost like she's sitting there and she's pretending that everything's okay. She's surrounded by a circle of fire and she says, "This is fine. I am fine. We are fine. Let's just all pretend that this doesn't exist. Let's all pretend that this is not happening." Scorpio, whether you choose to do this on your own, by your own accord, or you're going to have spirit come in and do it. Like, either way it's going to happen. How do you want it to happen? How harsh do you want this to be? Because with the tower, I always say with the tower, very fatherly energy, very masculine energy. We're destroying old foundations so we can rebuild new ones. With that fatherly energy, that masculine energy, think boundaries, rules, restrictions. And yeah, well, like with that masculine energy, it's like, I'm going to deliver this to you no matter, like, whether you like it or not, because it's what's best for you. The tower is more harsh, it's more cold, it's more detached in its approach and its tactics. I am getting for some of y'all as well, like maybe a small group of y'all, that I don't know, like when you're listening to this, you know which side you're going to belong on. But for some of y'all, I'm getting with that Five of Wands, because with this card, it's almost like play fighting. Like the Five of Wands, to me, sometimes it's not like super serious. So I'm getting with it coming out next to the tower, it's like I feel like there's, for some of y'all, like there's a situation here, like it's people are just being super dramatic over it, and it doesn't need to be that way. Where people are just like blowing it way out of proportion. And when they don't need to be. Like we're being overly dramatic here with what's happening. Let's keep going. I had to sit with that for a second. I'm getting with this Nine of Pentacles for some of y'all. Like the stress here with that Two of Swords, Tower, Five of Wands has to do with, I don't know, it's like there's a large amount of money that's involved here. And it's like there's a battle happening over that money. I'm not getting anything like super specific with that. Maybe we'll get a little more specific as I uncover more cards. But I am seeing that. But there's like something about being tied up in others, like with money. or something about separating yourself from the pack here when it comes to money, how you're earning money, how you're, yeah. Like I'm getting for some of you, like you need to set like you need to set yourself free when it comes to your, when it comes to money, when it comes to your finances. Stick with me, y'all. Yeah, maybe that'll come through. It's That's a little muddy right now, I'll admit. Maybe that'll come through a little more clearly as we keep going in the reading. There's some sort of side message there about that. Hmm. And I see here there's something also like with money as well. There's something about like you like making a lot of money or you being financial independent that's like that's getting to other people, or it's like it's making them mad, or it's making them angry, it's making them jealous, something along those lines. Because there's something about like towards the end here. I mean, I haven't even flipped over all your cards, but what we have so far towards the end, the Nine of Pentacles, Lovers, and Empress. To me, this is very like I'm sure of myself energy. I'm very secure within myself. Like I know my worth. Oh, I know my worth. I understand my worth. And I'm not going to accept anything less. Maybe that's the message here and what Spirit's trying to encourage Scorpios to not settle for less. If this is, yeah, with the relationship, with the Lovers coming out, Empress, yeah, conflicts within your relationship, like conflicts with someone in your life, like, yeah, not settling, or like maybe you've been settling. Hmm. For some of y'all as well, this could be like a custody battle. This could be why money's coming in the picture, why I keep getting that. Because we do have justice showing up. So perhaps some of y'all are quite literally dealing with the court system right now, and like you're standing in front of a judge, which is some sort of like court case, right? Hmm. Yeah, fresh start, y'all. Complete fresh start with that Ace of Wands. I mean, to me, this is where we truly start in the minor arcana, as far as I'm concerned. The Ace of Wands is also a passionate new beginning, fiery new beginning, of course, with the Wands elements. I'm getting to like you've burned me enough and I'm done with that, or it's time, like I'm done being burned. I'm done with the games. Slowly we're piecing this together, Scorpio. I hope I hope y'all are sticking with me here. I hope y'all are following me. Yeah, I feel like with this Five of Cups, y'all, you're gonna have to say goodbye to something here. You are saying goodbye to something. That's what I'm getting first and foremost with this card. Yeah, because definitely for some of y'all, the relationship here is actually your family. Because I'm noticing the blood that's coming out in those cups. That's what's sticking out to me a lot here. Blood, just like family. Our own blood. Maybe Scorpio, maybe your family is like, maybe your family's holding you back here. They're just trying to get you caught up in like so much nonsense, so much drama, so much trouble. Yeah, that Two of Swords in the Tower, like at the beginning as well. That might be where y'all are struggling with, and why it's like really difficult for y'all. Because when it comes to our blood, right? When it comes to family, those are some of the hardest relationships to navigate in life. Especially, of course, if we don't have like if we weren't raised in the best household, you know, or maybe we didn't have the greatest role models growing up. But it can be hard to separate from that, you know? We can get so enmeshed with that. Yeah, it can be hard to become independent. Excuse me. Nine of Pentacles is literally Miss Independent. And I think I was talking about that earlier, Scorpio, about like separating yourself, right? And perhaps this is moving on from family, or at least some of your family, that's like holding you back. Because again, down here later we had the Ace of Wands, and then the last card to come out, the very last card. What a incredibly fitting last card to come out with the World, because this is where we end in the deck. This is where we end in our major arcana journey as the World. So it's like Scorpio. It's very apparent that there is a complete fresh start. There is a complete 180 coming in, for sure, without a doubt. I'm not satisfied yet, though, Scorpio. We've gotten all your cards out here, but I want to draw clarifications because I am still very curious. Spirit, I guess we'll start at the beginning here, actually, with that Two of Swords. Can I get a clarification for the Two of Swords here? Two of Swords, Two of Swords, Two of Swords, Two of Swords, Two of Swords. Yeah, the Hanged Man clarified her. I'm kind of getting the word sacrifice with him. So sacrifice could be important to you, or it means a lot to you. And you may have, I don't know, you may have like put like sacrificed yourself for the family, put the family before yourself in some sort of way. And Scorpio, I'm seeing a lot of y'all when I'm talking about family, I'm talking about like not necessarily like your husband slash wife, your children, you know, I'm talking about like your parents, brothers, sisters, right? That side of the family. But yeah, just sacrifice. And it's time to stop sacrificing, is what I'm hearing. Tower, Spirit, Tower. The spooky, infamous Tower card. Can I get a clarification for it? Okay. Yeah, we have two aces showing up so far. I think like Scorpio, you're making your voice feel heard right now. Like you're standing up for yourself. You're speaking out against the injustice. And it's like, because it shows up right next to the Five of Wands. It's like you brought a sword to a Wands battle. Again, kind of what I was saying earlier right, with this Five of Wands, how for some of y'all I was picking up like, it's like play fighting, right? We're not like, things aren't as serious as they need to be. Y'all are making this out to be too much. But again, play fighting, like we're just hitting each other with sticks at the end of the day. But it's like, you brought your damn sword to the battle now, right? And you're standing above the rest of them, and you're like, look, listen here, no more. Like we're not playing anymore, okay? Like I need y'all to understand where I'm coming from. I need y'all to understand what I'm about. I need y'all to understand you can't do this anymore. I'm getting very like, woo, getting very like feisty energy here. Very very spicy. Spirit, Five of Wands. Clarification, please. Five of Wands. Scorpio, it's like, are they really looking out for you? Do they really have your best interest in mind? Because the Four of Wands clarified the Five of Wands. And we're going backwards. We're going from the Five of Wands to the Four of Wands. Yeah, y'all, this is either, I feel like y'all are on one side, like, this is one side or the other. Like, one side is like like, your relationship with your spouse, with your partner, or this is family, right? But I'm kind of getting, it's weird with that Four of Wands paired with the Five of Wands. I'm getting like this is, it's like they act like they're celebrating you, or they're putting on this front, but it's just like I'm getting like backstabbing, or I'm getting like, no, this is not genuine. This Four of Wands to me in this moment is not genuine. Not feeling great about it. Spirit, can I get a card for the Five of Cups down here? Five of Cups. 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 Okay. Yeah. Yeah, whatever this is, Scorpio, it is quite literally as clear as day that you are moving on from it. You are like parting ways. Where Spirit is like really encouraging you to do so. Six of Swords clarifying that Five of Cups. To me too, y'all, this has got you in your feels too. Like this has got you absolutely feeling a certain way. Those two, like these two cards combined, absolutely. Because that Six of Swords, like this is like how like the energy I usually get from this card, and I am getting it right now, is like this is not just some sort of simple transition. This is a very involved process. This is a very like, I don't know. I feel like for some of y'all, like you feel like you're losing a part of yourself with this. Maybe that's more of where this difficulty is lying too, or more this difficulty like where it's placed with that Two of Swords, Tower energy, Five of Wands. Like I just lost what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought there. This is a really hard transition. This is really hard to move on from. Because I know we're talking about swords in this card, swords, intellect, mind. We're not talking about a cup card, we're not talking about emotions necessarily, but I do see emotion. I do see emotion in that Six of Swords. Even removing the Five of Cups from the equation, I see emotion here. That mother and child is leaving with nothing but the clothes on their backs, literally bringing nothing else with them. Scorpio, for some of y'all, this literally feels like an escape. Like you're literally like escaping, like I don't know, like middle of the night. Like yeah, like there's something about being discreet here. Like when no one's looking, when the coast is clear. Okay, now I can get out. Type of energy. And I just see a lot of like I see like when you've made that escape, like in that moment, and I don't know, you're running away, you're driving away, and it's like I just see tears on your face because you understand how wrapped up you were in all of it. Like you understood how long you put up with all of this, how much you had to sacrifice. You simply just had enough, and you said, "No more. Can't do it anymore." I'm literally at my breaking point. Again, what did I tell y'all? Like towards the beginning, like these are some of the most difficult relationships to navigate in life, right? But with that Six of Swords at the end of the day, like you are moving on to calmer shores. The waters ahead of them are completely tranquil, completely peaceful, and at ease. Spirit, can I get a card for justice here? Actually, one second. Scorpio, I need to check something. Okay. Take a breather. Can I get a clarification for the world? Can I get a clarification for the world? I feel like you've escaped and you're like, well, now what? Like the next chapter in your life, I feel like you're very unsure of. How am I going to navigate this? What even is this next chapter? I feel like you are rebuilding yourself in this next chapter. Because again, we have two aces coming out. And again, Ace of Wands, oh, love this card so much. I love it for y'all showing up. Because I feel like this situation feels like it like trapped, right? And like understand y'all, oh, with this Ace of Wands, like no matter how bleak our situation seems, no matter how distraught we are, no matter how lost we are, the Ace of Wands comes in and instills a little spark in the pit of our stomach. One day, we wake up feeling just a little bit different, feeling a little more fire than usual. It's very subtle at first, but then it keeps growing, the flame keeps growing, day by day by day by day by day. And soon enough, Scorpio, you are engulfed in a flame that is burning bright, and you have a zest for life again. You're literally on fire for life again. With that Ace of Swords, like an absolute victory, especially with that Justice card coming out, Ace of Swords and Justice, you are going to win, Scorpio. Understand that. But it's like once you've won this battle, because we clarified the world with the moon. The moon is like we're dropped in the middle of a desert. Once we've been we've been placed into this new life, into this new reality, whatever this next chapter is for you. But it's like we only have the moonlight guiding us. We only see sand, like we're dropped in the middle of a desert. We only see sand every single direction for miles upon miles upon miles. We don't see anything else. We don't know whether to go north, south, east, west. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. But with the moon and what I'm hearing, with the world showing up at the end here, there's an element of having faith. It's okay that you don't know what's going to happen. Understand this is okay. What I'm seeing here in the cards, what's coming, like the aftermath of the, excuse me, whoa, the aftermath of this is going to be great. You don't have to know the details of it right now, though. There's an element of surrendering to the unknown here, surrendering to the fact that Spirit has my back. I'm going to be okay. I don't need to have control. I don't need to know what's going to happen. I just know it's going to work out. Because Scorpio, doesn't it always? For all of us, it always works out. Spirit, a card for justice here. Clarification for justice. Justice, please. Oh. Quite literally, your card, Scorpio. Something you're all too familiar with, right? Your card in tarot shows up to save the day. I feel like this is a blessing in disguise, Scorpio. Don't be resistant to this change. That's pretty unique too, because we have the Tower and Death showing up. Scorpio, I'm hearing and I'm feeling this is nothing you haven't gone through already. A lot of signs, like zodiac signs, a lot of people with these readings, like if they were placed into this reading and they saw, oh my God, I have the Tower and Death card showing up in my reading, I'm freaking out. What do I do? But Scorpio, you are quite literally the sign of essentially dying and being reborn, and then dying and then being reborn. Rinse and repeat for my whole life. So I'd say, Scorpio, like you're more prepared and you're more ready than a lot of people out there for something like this, right? But I mean, when we have Death and Tower showing up, dear Lord, a major upheaval, right? Like at this point, it's like you can't, with that Two of Swords, you're being forced off your seat there. You're being forced to make the decision. Maybe I should use a different word. This is not like forced against your will type of thing, but it's like the change is coming in. And I always draw parallels with the Tower and the Death card, even when they don't show up, even when one just shows up, I always think about the other card. So that's why I say it's unique that we have both showing up. To me, Death is the more feminine counterpart to the Tower. Death is a little more understanding, a little more empathetic, Death puts themselves in your shoes. It's like, I understand, child. I understand my child, what's happening, what you're going through, right? Spirit, can I get a card for that Ace of Wands, please? Clarification for that Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. I feel like with the Seven of Cups, like I feel like you, Scorpio, you got like the world at your fingertips right now. You have so many choices. Once you step through the portal, once you step through the world card, once you enter this new chapter. Yeah, because what was I saying over here? Sacrifice, right? And I feel like now you're getting to the point where you have so many choices now. You're like, wow, just like the Nine of Pentacles, I can focus on myself. I can focus on what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish, everything that I want in this life. And it's like you're being granted that in the Seven of Cups. It's like now, for once in my life, I can focus on myself. I can go after what I'm dreaming. He's dreaming in that Seven of Cups. What are my dreams? What are my wishes? What are my hopes? What are my aspirations? And again, here, I don't know if I said this earlier, that Nine of Pentacles, Lovers, Empress, there's something here about you being secure with yourself, Scorpio, that's bothering other people. Or there's something secure like, I'm good. Like maybe you're like a rock and people can't disrupt that. And that pisses people off for some reason. Because that'll irk people. Like that'll get people under people's skins. If they come across a person who's just like really sure of themselves or really secure, doesn't need any validation, doesn't need anything, right? That absolutely like ticks people off. And I feel like that's kind of like what's going on here with these 3 cards. Just taking a second here, Scorpio, to gather everything. Spirit, a card for the lovers. Clarification for the lovers. I hope this is all making sense, Scorpio. I know we've been talking about a lot. Ooh. Yes. This whole process, y'all, go into that dark night boldly. Be bold, be courageous. Understand that the new path is for you, the new reality is for you. And just have the utmost confidence in yourself. Scorpio Spirit believes in you. I believe in you. The King of Wands believes in you. This is what pisses people off too. The boldness. Again, I am so sure of myself. I know what I want in life. I know where I'm going. Y'all can't stop me. Y'all won't stop me. There's literally no one that can. Spirit, perhaps one more card to tie that Nine of Pentacles and Empress together. That's one card for both. Yeah, y'all, right here in the middle, things just feel so peaceful. Hmm. So the 2 angels are sticking out to me right here, right? In both of these. And they look so incredibly similar to me in this moment. I just feel like too, Scorpio, that like your spirit guides, your people out there, you're being divinely guided right now. They have your back. You're not going through this alone. And Scorpio, oh, deep breath. That was a lot. But I think we can end it there. Because my mind, there's no more thoughts going on up there. There's nothing going on up there right now, which is a sign for me that things are done here. We're good. Scorpio, I think there were so many moving pieces here. I hope we all, or I hope I was able to piece things together for y'all. I hope this made sense. Y'all have to bear with me. We're in the thick of the retrograde right now, Mercury retrograde right now, right? And so communication might be a little wonky. I might have a hard time communicating some things in my readings, right? So I'm just having awareness of that right now. Moving forward through these next, these upcoming weeks. Are we in the thick of it or are we in the shadow period? I think the shadow period is about to end, or we just started like the actual retrograde. But anyways, we still feel the effects of retrogrades 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after. So we're still in that energy regardless. But Scorpio, that is the end. I appreciate y'all being here. You stuck around to the end. Thank y'all. I love y'all. And I will see y'all soon.